I mean, it's absolutely, I think it's taking an absolute beating. Why now?
There have been a few stories in recent days about informal credit networks in China breaking down. I'm not aware of any of these having any foundation. People are looking for reasons to sell stocks, and I think this is one that they've got now.
Okay, well, let's take a look at, you've got these buy ratings on them. I guess there is a point at where they do become buying opportunities.
That's it. I mean, the sector is trading at about 0.6 of a standard deviation cheap now, looking back at multiples significantly lower than they were. And I think that it's time to take a look at these stocks. Now, certainly on a 12-month view, I would want to be in these stocks. I think things right now are pushing these stocks that have little or nothing to do with fundamentals, and that's why maybe on a 1 or 2 month view, I probably wouldn't want to be in the names. Yeah. But I think there's value here on a 12-month view.
What do we look at in terms of revenues right now, and what do they tell us about the Chinese growth story here?
Well, I think the Chinese growth story, most people believe that things are slowing down. Our economists are taking a fairly cautious view as well. What matters most in Macau is the amount of credit in VIP rooms. VIP accounts for about 74% of Macau's play, and it's all credit driven. So as the economy in China weakens, if it is to weaken, it's likely that we'll see a slowdown in the amount of credit in VIP rooms. We think these stocks are considerably more resilient now than they were back in 08, 09, and that's the reason why we think, prices have fallen below fundamentals, and that's why we think if you've got a 12-month view, you want to be in these names now.
Right, okay, well, you obviously have to take the stock for a longer period of time here, but is there anything which can derail the Macau growth story, do you think?
Well, again, it's credit and liquidity in VIP rooms. I think we're very comfortable on the mass market side. Macau has evolved from several, small casinos to a network of giant integrated resorts with non-gaming amenities, et cetera, et cetera. The VIP side, however, is still relatively murky, credit play, junket-driven. We know less about that side of the business, and if their sources of funds dry up to any degree, that is going to impact Macau. On the basis of our information, we don't think that's going to happen in a great way, but if it does, we'll see earnings come down here.
Philip, is it the case, though, if we do see a slowdown, that China can just simply put the tap back on by allowing more visitors to come through?
I don't think so. We're comfortable with the mass side. It's less about visitors in the VIP side than it is about high rollers coming in with significant dollars to bet, and with junkets providing them significant amounts of credit play. And if the credit side dries up, or if there are signs that it's drying up, that is what's going to impact Macau.
Okay, what is the non-gaming side like here? How do they build that up?
Well, there's been a number of developments in that regard. Obviously, most recently, Galaxy has built a sizable facility with something like 50 F&B outlets, substantial shopping mall, cinema complex, et cetera, et cetera. More famously than that, Sands China with its giant Cotai Arena, Grand Canal Shops, the convention and exhibition space that they've got there. It's taking time. I mean, the non-gaming side of Macau is still probably only 6 or 7% of revenues overall, but I think there's going to be more and more commitment going forward to non-gaming, and that'll help drive the mass side, and that should bleed into VIP gaming play as well.
All right. Well, let's have a look at these companies as well that you cover. Which is the one best placed, do you think, for all this growth, if you do believe that this growth will continue, and which one is least well placed?
Well, Sands China is probably in the best position, despite what's happening today with the share price. I mean, they have a more defensive business mix. There is substantially more non-gaming and mass market revenue there, less VIP play. Plus, they are very close to opening a new casino complex in Macau's Cotai district. So as we get past this hiccup, I think it's a hiccup in the market, these guys will be there when the growth does come through into next year in 2013. So Sands would probably be the top pick here.
And the least favored?
The two stocks we downgraded today are SJM and Wynn, both fairly highly exposed to the VIP side. Both are desiring projects on Cotai, which may or may not happen, given again what we're seeing in the markets right now, and the government with probably less demand for more casino supply.